Welcome to the 5-minute leadership podcast at One Life. You've heard it said that leadership is taking people where they wouldn't ordinarily go. If they were going there anyway, then it's just like going for a walk in the woods, isn't it? What does leadership look like as your church begins to grow? That's the question we're looking at. And what does it take to adjust your leadership style as your church grows? Larry Osborne, a well-known communicator in America, says that when you plant a church, it's like you're a decathlete. It's like you do everything. You do the high jump, the long jump, the triple jump, the long distance run. And it's like that when you plant. Your wife, she maybe leads the worship, you do the preaching, the kids do the projection, the dog sits and listens. But then when you grow it a bit and you got some people coming with you, he says it's like you're no longer an athlete, it's like you're playing golf. You've each got your own ball and you're sort of doing life together. That's what golfers do. There's no captain of a golf tee box. You're all playing your own way. You're just doing it together. Many house churches are like that. They do quite well up to around about 30 people, actually. People just muddling along, sharing life, cruising in that way. But to get that community from 30 to multiple hundreds takes a massive adjustment. And when you make that adjustment, there's attrition. You lose people. They say, we didn't sign up for that. We signed up for golf. Who died and made you the captain? Because leadership suddenly is essential to take it from 30 to 150. And Osborne says it looks more like a basketball game where there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of vision, there's a lot of focus. Basketball, distinct from golf, has one ball, one field, one vision, one objective, and you all got to work together to make that happen. So to get your church up to 150, you've got to be good at casting vision, creating a team, getting people to follow you. There's energy, you've got to motivate you. That's what's required. And that forms the bulk of the very effective and growing churches in the world today. But there is a massive adjustment when you've got to move from 150, 250 to multiple hundreds and thousands. Osborne says it's like you put on the basketball and you're playing gridiron. Now, to us non-Americans, we've got to get our head around that. What does that mean? Well, gridiron is different to basketball in that there's like 80 players on a team. In fact, there's multiple teams. There's kicking teams, there's attacking teams, there's defending teams. They have multiple coaches, they have physios, they have dietitians. The big dudes are fed lots of burgers. The little guys are given carrot and celery sticks. It's specialized. So how can we learn from that metaphor? Well, to take your church beyond 150, one of the principal things that you need to do is you need to move from community, 5 guys, tight-knit community on a basketball court, to communities, multiple communities, small groups, mobilizing little squadrons to go on mission and to do Sunday service, etc. Multiple teams within teams within teams, moving from community to communities, vital. Can't get that right, you're going to stay playing basketball. In addition to that, you've got to celebrate specialist gifts. Basketball, everybody touches that ball. Everyone has an equal shot of throwing it into the hoop. Gridiron, some guys play an entire game and don't ever see the ball because they are specialists at bashing things over or kicking things. And so in a church context, specialist administrators, specialist children's people, specialist musicians, specialist artists, specialist media people, specialist small groups, specialist counselors. You've got to get to that stage. In addition, in basketball, there's one captain. He calls the play. Gridiron, there's multiple captains, levels of leadership. You've got to be able to celebrate multiple visionaries, different people coming up with dreams and ideas, and that collective pool gets you into the multiple hundreds, multiple thousands. Gridiron also mobilizes a lot more people. You've You haven't just got one size fits all. A couple of guys preach, everybody sits and watches. No, Gridiron, everybody's involved. They're all warming up. They all have their part to play. The secret of taking basketball into Gridiron, excuse the using that analogy, is to mobilize everybody with a unique role. Some of you might say, well, I don't like the idea of Gridiron. Well, that's fine. You should then play multiple games of basketball. And as you get to 150, multiply that church out, plant another one, plant another one, plant another one. But there is biblical room for Gridiron. 5,000 being added to the church, masses of people devoting themselves to apostles' teaching, to prayer, etc. So whatever it is, whether it's playing golf and multiple rounds of golf, or multiple rounds of basketball, or whether you're going to go flat out for Gridiron, enjoy the ride. We follow Jesus. We say follow us as we follow Jesus. And leadership in the kingdom. What a ride.